Well, 238 days and counting. It's never too early to start talking about Fiesta, more specifically Fiesta royalty. The Fiesta Commission is looking for the right young woman to represent Fiesta during the city's big celebration, but it's not just about having that perfect parade wave.
No, joining us this morning with more on the search for Miss Fiesta 2019, Amy Shaw and Jeannie Travis with the Fiesta Commission. Ladies, thanks for coming in this morning.
Good morning.
We were talking during the break. I said realistically, it's this process doesn't begin now. It actually began even before last year's Fiesta started, didn't it, realistically?
Correct.
Wow. Well, let's talk about the Miss Fiesta. What role does she really have during all of these festivities and even before?
Well, the Miss Fiesta program began in 1947. And about 5 years ago, we totally revamped the program to give the spotlight and highlight an opportunity to Miss Fiesta to produce and develop a community service project. And that's a whole new twist to this. It's the best internship in San Antonio for a college-age student. With her program for which she's passionate, we give her a very high profile, high spotlight to introduce something she cares about for the community. And we launch this project.
You said a while ago that it's no longer a beauty pageant.
No longer.
Really. It's something much deeper than that.
It is, because she has this wonderful chance to promote and make a difference in this community with a crown on her head. She has an audience of hundreds of thousands of people, and with that she's able to promote something. Last year our Miss Fiesta promoted reading, and we collected about 3,000 books, and she wanted to promote reading at home.
Wow.
And conversely, she taught all of the audience how to help that.
Well, Amy, talk to us about this application process. Are you looking for girls of a certain age? When do those applications really need to be in?
Deadline is noon on Friday, August 31st, so next week. And all the application is online at fiesta-sa.org and all the details, but basically they're selected based on that community service project. They have to develop a full-blown project with a $2,500 budget. And that is really the main criteria.
But how do you weed it down? I mean, realistically, you must get hundreds of applications. How do you get to that final one?
Well, if we don't, we leave that to the judges.
Yes, we can't. How can you choose? How? But they have a selection process, and that event will be held at Incarnate Word in their auditorium.
October 18th. Tickets are on sale.
That's right.
On our
Wow,
website.
that's
And
coming
it's
up.
wonderful. Yes. 6 or 8 of the finalists will be there, and they're interviewed and able to meet the audience and able to promote their community project.
Wow.
All right, Amy Shaw, Jeannie Travis, thanks for coming in this morning. It's going to be interesting to see, just how many you get.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, ladies. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. When is